on Wednesday was a task force officer working with the FBI from Cincinnati Police. She identified herself to this individual and identified herself as working with the FBI, and at that time the individual identified himself to her as Timmothy Pitzen and gave details about how he had been abducted and was had been suffering from physical and sexual abuse, and had only just recently escaped from a location in Cincinnati. Meanwhile, the DNA test that was the buccal swab that had been extracted from him was submitted from the FBI to the Hamilton County Coroner's Office, which was able to turn around a quick analysis of that swab and comparison of that DNA to the DNA of Timmothy Pitzen's parents indicated that the person in question was not, in fact, Timmothy Pitzen. So then yesterday, FBI agents returned to talk again to the individual claiming to be Timmothy Pitzen. They identified themselves to him as an FBI agent. They administered Miranda warnings. They warned him that lying to a federal agent is a violation of federal law. Nevertheless, he again repeated that he was Timmothy Pitzen and had escaped from a hotel where he had been held captive. Then law enforcement confronted him with the DNA results, and at that point, the person immediately stated that he was not Timmothy Pitzen, and of course law enforcement knew by virtue of the DNA analysis that he was, in fact, Brian Rini. Further investigation by law enforcement indicated that Rini had actually, on 2 prior occasions, claimed to be a victim of juvenile sex trafficking, and that on those occasions he had been discovered, his true identity had been discovered when he had been fingerprinted. Based on all of that information, the United States has proceeded to file a federal criminal charge against Brian Rini for lying to a federal agent within the jurisdiction of the United States. The crime in this case is punishable by up to 8 years in federal prison because it does involve lying with respect to a material matter about an investigation that involves sex trafficking of children.